Hello children, how are you all? I am Miss Jayashree here. Today we will start Standard 9 Geography, Atmosphere, its composition, structure of the atmosphere. So let us come to the structure of the atmosphere. See, all of you see the structure of the atmosphere here. Structure of the atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. These are the different layers of the atmosphere. Now we will come to the composition of the atmosphere. All of you see this picture over here. The composition of the atmosphere. The shaded portion over here, pink color shaded portion, is nitrogen 78%. This dark shaded color, oxygen 21%, and the black shaded color 1% other gases. So nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21% and other gases 1%. This is all about the composition and structure of the atmosphere. Now we will come in detail about the composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a mixture of many gases and tiny solid particles. A clean dry sample of air is made up of 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen. Oxygen can help in burning and breathing. Without breathing oxygen, most living things cannot survive. Means oxygen is the utmost essential gas for life. Okay. So, for the existence of life, ultimate need is the oxygen. Nitrogen is a colorless inert gas and has no taste or smell. Colorless, tasteless and odorless gas. It dilutes the oxygen and slows down the process of oxidation. It is essential for all living things, but they cannot use it directly from the atmosphere. No doubt, 78% of our atmosphere is composed of nitrogen, but it cannot be used directly. When it will come in contact with the rainwater, when it will reach to the surface of the earth in form of nitrates, when the nitrogen fixing bacteria will fix up these nitrates into nitrites, then this can be absorbed by the plants and they will become accessible for the nitrogen, as well as they will add the nitrogen fertility to the soil, and which will be helpful for the kharif crops. These gases are responsible for the life on the earth. However, they are insignificant with the respect of the weather phenomenon. Whatever may be the changes of the weather phenomenon, these presence of the gases will be static. Okay. So let us come to the next point. The remaining 1% of the air is made up of number of gases. These include carbon dioxide, water vapor, helium, hydrogen, argon, etc. Carbon dioxide is needed by the plants. All of you know that carbon dioxide is the key gas for the preparation of food in the plants, for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, some particles like the pollens from plant dust, from the dust storms, ash from meteorites and volcanic eruptions, smoke from the fire and salt particles from the sea are also present in the lower layer of the atmosphere. These particles act as a nuclear for the water vapor to form the raindrops. Children, when there will be condensation, you will get the precipitation in form of rain. So, how the raindrops are formed? Any particulate matter which is present in the atmosphere, that will be surrounded by the moisture and raindrops are formed. They also scatter the sun's radiations during the sunrise and sunset, and the amount of dust varies from place to place. Function of the atmosphere. Now let us come to the point wise the function of the atmosphere. First point, air has weight and exerts pressure. Being pressed down, it always remains in contact with land and water. Second point, due to their physical contact, exchange of gases between the air, land and water takes place on a continuous basis. Soil absorbs oxygen and nitrogen due to this contact. Water vapor in the air rises from the oceans on the account of evaporation. Carbon dioxide in the air helps in absorption of heat and keeps the earth warm at night. Because of its composition, the atmosphere is the most dynamic entity. Large masses of air are being moved up and down and across the surface of the earth. The energy of the sun is responsible for keeping the atmosphere in a dynamic state. Now we will come to the structure of the atmosphere. Already we discussed, children, the structure of the atmosphere. There are different layers of the atmosphere. They are the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. Now we will come to the troposphere in detail. Troposphere. Extension. The troposphere is the lowermost and the densest layer. Its height varies from 18 km at the equator to 8 km at the pole. All of you see this diagram, children? Structure of the atmosphere. Here it is the troposphere, then stratosphere, then mesosphere, then ionosphere or thermosphere. Uppermost layer is the exosphere. Okay. Now we will come in detail about the troposphere. Characteristics. 75% of the atmosphere is found in the troposphere and its concentration decreases as we go higher from the ground level. The troposphere is also characterized by regular decrease in the temperature because of altitude. All of you know that for every 166 meters of altitude, there will be 1 degree of centigrade loss of temperature. This is called as the normal lapse rate. Next, as a result of this turbulence, all weather phenomenon takes place in this layer. The troposphere is heated when more from below than from the above. Means the troposphere is heated more from the below than from the above. Here in the higher altitude you will have the cooler climatic zones. The upper limit of the troposphere is known as the tropopause. The extreme upper portion of the troposphere is called as the tropopause, and next extension will be the stratosphere. What is the extension of the stratosphere? This layer lies above the tropopause. It extends to a height of 50 km from the sea level. Characteristics. The air is thin, cold and dry. Temperature will be about 55 degrees centigrade. The ozone layer will lie in this layer. The ozone is generally found in between the altitudes 20 to 50 kilometers. Ozone, all of you know that ozone absorbs the ultraviolet radiations of the sun and it maintains the temperature on the surface of the earth. The lower layer of the stratosphere has a virtual absence of water vapor and has the constant temperature conditions. Therefore, it is ideal for flying the jet aircrafts. Because of this static weather conditions, it can be accessible for the flights and the aircrafts. Temperature rises from 60 degrees centigrade at the base of the stratosphere to 0 degrees centigrade at the stratopause. The upper limit of the stratosphere is known as the stratopause, and after the stratopause, now we will come to the third zone, that is the mesosphere. And after every sphere there is one pause, then only another layer will start. Extension, it is extent height of 90 km from the ground level. What are the characteristic features of the mesosphere? The temperature varies from 100 degrees or 110 degrees centigrade at the altitude above 90 kilometers near the mesopause and the upper limit of this layer. Due to the reflected sunlight from the meteoric dust particles, there are wispy clouds found in this layer. In the mesopause you will find this cloudy layer. Next we will come to the after mesopause, it will start the thermosphere. The extent from the mesopause and consists of the two layers, ionosphere and exosphere. Ionosphere. It extends up to a height of about 400 kilometers. Characters. Ionosphere contains electrically charged particles called ions. It creates a sheet-like display of light known as aurora borealis, the wonder lights. The northern hemisphere and aurora australis in the southern hemisphere. Okay, when you learnt the Antarctica lesson in standard 7, that time I have taught you about the aurora australis in the southern hemisphere near Antarctica. Ions reflect the radio waves back to the Earth's surface. This enables us to have the wireless communication. So, this thermosphere or the ionosphere, they are having the charged particle. That's why it is also called as our IT zone. Okay. So, now we will come to the exosphere extension. It is the uppermost layer in the structure of the atmosphere and it lies between 400 to 1500 km above the Earth. Characters. It merges gradually with the interplanetary space. This layer temperature increases with the height. We know very little about the atmosphere extending beyond the 640 kilometers height from the sea level because it is the interplanetary space. In the exosphere, density becomes extremely low. The main gases here are lighter ones like the hydrogen and helium. All of you know, children, when you will fly up the hydrogen balloons, it will go higher because these gases are lighter. The main gases here are lighter ones, example hydrogen and helium. From the above, it is clear that the atmosphere extends more than 1000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. It exercises enormous pressures on the surface of the Earth and remains in direct contact with the surface of the land as well as the surface of the water on the Earth. That's why due to these intraplanetary motions or the attractions, there will be formation of the ocean currents. This contact zone between the land, air and water sustains life. This survival of life on the earth depends on this contact. The atmosphere acts and influences life throughout its various elements. So children, before concluding about the atmosphere, without atmosphere we cannot survive. Okay. Thank you. Please note down the points.